Saints side, all the talk going into this game has been about how good Castleford have been all year, and rightly so, Eddie. But this Saints side are a quality side. You look at the players that they've got at their disposal. They've got players that have been there, they've done it, they've worn the t-shirt, but they're going to be up against a quality Cas side that are hoping to be roared home by this huge set of fans.
Well, Castleford, their first playoff appearance for 3 years. They've lost each of the last 6 playoff games, stretching back to 1999. Only 2 playoff victories came back-to-back, and that was 18 years ago at Wigan and at Leeds. James Child, the referee, blows the whistle. Here we go. The biggest 80 minutes of the year. And there's the first mistake. Zeb Taylor underneath the kickoff. A fumble.
Could be a penalty, that, Eddie. Was he offside then when he called that ball?
Gosh, he's in front of me.
Well, there you go. There's the first mistake.
And also, I think he's got it right in that it's a knock-on, because the ball actually bounced backwards after he hit the ground, and it was played just behind where Zeb Taylor was. So that will be all right to play on, so it's a scrum is the right decision.
Knock on then, and head and feed to Castleford at this, the first scrum of the match.
What a fantastic start to the game from Castleford, and I think that the kicking game at Castleford is going to be massive, especially under Ben Barber, who's had his frailties in the 4 or 5 games that he's played for Saints.
Luke Gale taking control, finds Zach Hardaker. Hardaker spins his way to the line. 50 seconds on the watch, and Castleford are ahead in this semi-final. What a start. Zeb Taylor's error. Head and feed from the base of the scrum. Gale touching the ball twice, feeding Hardaker, and Hardaker cutting through. Blistering start from Castleford. 4-0 they lead.
Well, that's just how good they are, isn't it? You go to the kickoff. Saints have turned out with the attitude to let's get through this set. We've got to make sure we compete right from the start. There's the mistake, and all of a sudden, from a scrum, they give it out wide. Luke Gale at the line, a little turn-up play from Jesse Senny. All of a sudden, Zach Hardaker gets the ball. Saints edge defence bit in. They've got to make sure that there's a lot of communication. You just look, as soon as there's a little turn-up play, a couple of players goes in, the space is there, and Zach Hardaker scores the opening try.
Too many bodies in motion, too difficult for the defence to read. We complimented the kick of that man, Zach Hardaker, but the chase made it too difficult for Zeb Taylor to handle. First blood to Cas Tigers.
Indeed so, 4-0 in the opening minute. 50 seconds on the watch. Zach Hardaker, a man of steel contender, and look what it means to him, and look what it means to the Castleford supporters. What a start for the league leaders 2017. Now then, nobody other than the Castleford Tigers group here believed that this man would be playing in the semi-final. 2 weeks ago and 2 days ago, he had his appendix removed, and here he is with a chance to add the extras. And Castleford lead by 6 points to 0.
Well, every team had had 40 hours of Super League action prior to this match, and I suppose the question at the start was that it's the next hour and a half is the only ones that matter. But they've shown in the next minute or so that we're good enough here to score. It's a fantastic beginning. A terrible start for St Helens, both with the catch from the kickoff and the defence from that run around on the scrum. Could not have been any worse.
Zach Hardaker chasing a 4th grand final. He got a try for Leeds in the 2013 grand final, 2015 grand final against the Saints, and in 2011.
I bet he couldn't believe his first touch. Ryan Morgan, who's normally a good defensive player, has shot in. He's followed Mike Little-Shenton in. He thought he was going to get the ball. All the space is on the outside. And that's like what Barry says. Castleford have got so many players in motion. Every player who carries the ball or he's setting himself is an option.
So Saints having to defend, and they haven't touched the football yet, other than kicking the ball off after that first try. This is Nathan Massey operating at prop forward tonight. Missed last week's game against Hull, as did so many of this Castleford Tigers side as they prepared and warmed up for this, the big night. Ben Roberts with the kick, left-footed. Regan Grace, this time he pouches it, safe enough. Great tackle by Jake Webster following up the kick.
Well, he's going to have it all on tonight. Regan Grace, so good when he gets the ball in open space. But Jake Webster will know that. He's obviously got the years on him. He's going to get up and take those yards off him. It's a good start from Cass. There's a lot of urgency in the defence. They're getting off the line. They're trying to close Saints down quickly.
This is Tommy Makinson now for St Helens. Fourth visit of 2017 to the jungle. Became the first team to win here, you may remember, just a couple of weeks ago. And that will have stung the Tigers, no doubt about that. Saints have reached the last tackle. Matty Smith with a towering kick. Hardaker's underneath it. Pouches it cleanly. Will take the tackle from Thompson. And also in there quickly, John Wilkin.
He does well to get that ball away. Then he was under an awful lot of pressure then. Matty Smith, the man who's renowned in the game for his kicking game, whether it be short kicking game or long kicking game. Again, good work from the outside backs again from Cass. Minikin on that occasion.
McShane gets the ball away to Adam Milner. Saints look like they have got to the pace of the match after that awful start. Jesse Senilefeo releases the pass to Luke Gale. Gale carries it forward. First real contact on him is by Luke Thompson. And McShane down the short side with a kick all along the ground. Nobody interested in stopping that from finding its way to touch.
They have so many options when it comes to the last tackle. Paul McShane with his left foot, his trusted left foot, just dabs the ball over the sideline. They've had a good start, 6 points on the scoreboard. They're willing after 5 minutes just to bank that, reset, walk to the scrum and start again.
He's had a brilliant season, Paul McShane. That was only one player in Super League had more field time than him. And that's the right winger for St Helens, Tommy Makinson. But the amount of time that Paul McShane spends on the field is an interesting thing. A lot of teams have two hookers. They take one off and give him 40 or 50 minutes. He spent most of the time on most of the pitch in almost every game.
200th career appearance for McShane. And his 70th for Castleford. St Helens trying to work the ball away now from their own line. Zeb Taylor will look for a big 79 minutes or so after that early mistake. Carries the ball forward, found Roby from dummy half. There's Wilkin, now it's Thompson. Castleford hunting in numbers, down he goes, he's lost the ball, it's a knock on.
Oh, I think it was penalty. That was a penalty.
I think Mason Massey's had a tug at that.
Yeah, he's a big man, Lewis Thompson. And when he goes in, he's not looking to play, he's not looking to pass. Nathan Massey tugs that ball. You can see the arms all around it. There's a little pull at it with his right arm.
Referee unsighted, he was on the other side of the play there. The ball coming out. Castleford scrum again then.
And they're little things that you can't dwell on. When you make mistakes or there's calls that go against you, you've got to get on with your job. You will get 50-50 calls during the game and it will even itself up.
Here's Adam Milner. Milner then to Roberts. Webster takes the return. Good hands again. Here is Hardaker. Look to get the ball out the back door to Minikin. Minikin from dummy half instead. Gets Castleford to within 20 metres of the Saints line on the first tackle. McShane is waiting there. Here comes Massey again with a drive forward. And Massey is tumbled to the ground. Castleford fans hoping that they're off to Old Trafford. They've had the great start. This is Jesse Senilefeo. Jesse Senilefeo, the only ever present in this Castleford Tigers lineup tonight. As McShane fires the pass to Roberts. Lomax quickly out of the defence to cut him down. McShane again. And Lomax penalised for not clearing the ruck. Castleford penalty.
Well, there was a good spot in defence from Johnny Lomax, but look, he just can't get out of the way. Paul McShane. Well, Castleford get the penalty.
That's the problem.
And he's saying to the referee that he can't really get out of the way. He's got nowhere to go. Good dominant run though as well.
And I think they're going to take the 2 points that are on offer here, Castleford. Why wouldn't you?
They're happy with this start. You could see from the decision from Paul McShane just to drift the ball over the sideline on that occasion as well. 2 points. It's easy in the taking it.
John Wilkin just having a
Points. It's easy in the taking it.
John Wilkin just having a word with the referee. Obviously querying the decision here and maybe querying that as well, because there certainly looked like there was a hand round the neck of Luke Thompson.
Well, I think the ball was pulled out on that occasion, but I think the first shot we saw that was the view the referee had. He wouldn't see that, and of course the last thing we want is the referee to guess what the decision is going to be.
I think we've seen, Eddie, as we just wait for this kick inside the first 10 minutes, why Castleford are such a popular side for people to watch. The creativity and ambition from a scrum player surpasses any other side in this league. I mean, they've scored 1 try from the first scrum. They moved the ball wide and tried to run around and attack to try and use the speed out wide from a second scrum that came to this side of the field. They've scored more tries from their own half than any other side. They are brilliant to watch because of their ambition and the creative players who are encouraged to do what they do best.
So Luke Gale here with the opportunity to stretch the lead by a further 2 points from this penalty. In the Dream Team, nominated this week, Luke Gale. Adds the extras, Hardacre, Shenton, Millington, McMeekan and Eden also in that Dream Team. Mark Percival, the only representative from St Helens. Castleford ahead 8-0.
It's like watching the team from the 70s or the 80s. It's pure rugby league, the way that they play. They'll shift the ball wide. Then all of a sudden, like Phil said, they'll do a turn up. They've done 2 of those in this game. They'll try and get the third man in. They'll try and create a 3-on-2 on the edge. As I said earlier on, so many options and difficult to defend.
A team from the 70s or the 80s, eh? What a memory you've got, Terry. 9 minutes gone. Castleford in possession again with Senny Lefea. Was in Corolla's first Premiership winning squad last year. Didn't play in the grand final though, but Ben Barber on the other side of the field, the St Helens new full-back, he did.
Eddie, they are creative and they are exciting to watch, but they do this particularly well. And it's not just down to individual units, i.e. the outside backs or the forwards. It's everybody on board, and Daryl Powell has set out a good game plan. He'd be really happy with the first 10 minutes.
It's a great start for them. Remember when Saints were here a few weeks ago, they got off to the perfect start. And this is high for Barber. He gets it safely this time.
Well, he needed to get that then, because that was an absolute wicked kick that for Ben Barber to turn. Surely his confidence will grow. He's been tested over the games that we've seen him on Sky Sports. The immense talent that he is.
Penalty to St Helens, messing around on the floor by Castleford.
Well, he earns his side an awful lot of penalties, Tommy Makinson. Look at it, again, there's some urgency in to try and get up and play the ball. He's looking at the referees, trying to get that penalty. When Castleford are carrying the ball, every forward has got a job. I mean, when you look at Saints, when they carry the ball, the likes of Alex Swansea, the likes of Luke Thompson, they took the ball under the wing and they just run as hard as they can. Try to be dominant in collision.
Here's Luke Thompson now. He's a fearsome sight when he picks up pace like that and runs straight at you. They get him down. Roby to Wilkin. Short ball finds Luke Douglas. Douglas was looking over the shoulder. He saw Morgan Knowles was there, but he held on. Roby 20 metres out. Here's Wilkin, gets the ball away to Lomax. Lomax wide to Percival, steps inside Minikin, steps inside 2 more. Mark Percival, Percival on his own. Can't get away though from the tenacious defence of Adam Milner, and the ball is pinched.
Wow, Adam Milner. Everywhere on this pitch defensively, Milner. It looked like a weaving, mazing run that gave centre midfield position for Saints and Mark Percival, but really alert from the Castleford side.
Well, it was a one-on-one strip. Here is Hardacre again. Gets the ball away. Minikin. They play the ball here to McMeekan. And McMeekan gets Castleford to halfway at the end of the 5th tackle. One more to come then. Kick from Gale maybe, yes. All along the ground, right-footed, bouncing. And Regan Grace not interested in even attempting to get to that. Saints head and feet.
No, well, he just steps up, doesn't he? Again, what you like about him is he plays what's in front of him. He knows exactly what he's got to do. And Adam Milner has been absolutely incredible all year. Remember that look, it was the 2 men in the tackle. Does he fall off? No, I think that's okay, that.
Stuart, what's your opinion of that? Was it okay, that? Was it 2 in the tackle or not?
Sorry, I was just having a listen to John Wilkin and James Child having a conversation on the field.
Okay, that ball steal, you're happy it was legal, not 2 on 1?
No, I was happy, yes, because the ball carrying arm hadn't hit the ground, and there was only one person in it after the other one had been bounced off the tackle rather than falling off the tackle.
Okay, are you going to reveal what was the conversation between Messrs. Child and Wilkin, or is that not for...
I'll leave it for later.
Not for family viewing, okay. Okay. This is Roby at dummy half. Here's Thompson. Thompson to the 40-metre line. Switch the direction of this attack with Makinson. Down he goes. A great tackle on halfway.
Looking to inject some pace around the ruck, then Makinson.
Here is Wilkin now. Last tackle St Helens have reached. Roby's waiting again. Matty Smith goes high. Minikin's underneath it. And then Zeb Taylor is underneath Minikin with a little bit of help from Mark Percival.
Another difficult high kick to deal with. Webster charging the ball forward for his side. You look at the side Castleford have got, it's ultra impressive, but when you think that Millington, Moores, Cook and Gadwin Springer are ready, coiled to come on. It's a tough prospect for St Helens.
Hardacre gets the ball away to Gale. He gets it wide to Shenton, once upon a time of St Helens, of course. What a comeback from him, having missed the majority, in fact all of 2016. Knock on here. Alex Foster losing the ball in the challenge. Good work by Morgan Knowles.
It was a good shot, wasn't it, from the young Cumbrian. Morgan Knowles certainly fronted up on Foster. Then Cass were trapped on the sideline. They give the ball to that man, Alex Foster, who knew that he was going to be met. There was 3 men in front of him, all nice and tight, expecting Foster to carry the ball over the advantage line and into that tackle.
He does that really well, Alex Foster, a selfless player. When you think of the players that are around him, Gale, Shenton, Eden, all proven try scorers, and that's his job. There might have been a tug on the ball, 3 defenders in and around Foster, but Saints, with a bit of possession, will try and at least challenge this impressive Castleford defensive line.
Alex Foster turned 24 on Monday as Lomax tries to break through, pulled down by Ben Roberts, and then a second push on the floor. So a penalty to St Helens. They're getting back into this match gradually, the Saints.
Well, Paul McShane, Nathan Massey falls off the tackle, he rolls away, then Paul McShane just lends his weight, trying to buy a bit of time, and Darryl Powell be talking about that, making sure that they don't give away those penalties. Look where Saints are now.
Yes, this is the first real danger for this Castleford line as Thompson drives it in on the first tackle. And Roby disentangles himself, or rather Roby waits at dummy half as Thompson disentangles himself from the defenders. Solid run. This is Roby again. Back he comes to Matty Smith. Here is Lomax. Barber wide, and Regan Grace with a great try. Regan Grace for St Helens. The Saints are back in this big style. Hang on, not given yet.
But a try.
They do have a try on the field, though.
Grounding, please.
Just the grounding to check, and I don't think Stewart, from up here anyway, they didn't look much wrong with this.
Well, it certainly didn't look that way. Touchage on the near side. He is behind play. He was the one that had a concern about the grounding. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Not in touch. This will be confirmed quickly, I think.
Phil Bentham is the video referee. Regan Grace looks like he's touched down for his 11th try of the season, and this is 24th consecutive wing appearance. And yes, he has. The try is given to the Saints. Regan Grace burst onto the scene on Good Friday. Try in the win against Castleford on Easter Monday as well, having scored a try against Wigan on Good Friday. And that's an important 4 points for Saints. They're back in the hunt again.
It's beautifully set up. Here's the penalty, or the knock-on, should I say. Here's the penalty. Paul McShane comes back into contact. Johnny Lomax trying to play the ball. But this is what Ben Barber brings. He gets the ball. He has 2 defenders in front of him. He has his running threat. He has a short option, and he chooses the long option. Beautiful try.
Difficult to defend for that for Greg Minikin. The big foil in Mark Percival, and you look at Regan Grace, I think he's been outstanding all the year, as you said, Eddie, since he made his debut back on Good Friday. Electric, and can certainly finish a try-off.
And a candidate for the Young Player of the Year award next Tuesday night. So Mark Percival then, with the attempt to cut the lead back to 2. 95 successful goals this season. Still 95 successful goal kicks this season. Not his best.
Well, almost 40% of all tries in rugby league start with a tap penalty. And that was the situation to put St Helens in a position to show us how well they can attack when they get their timings right. It was brilliantly done, creating the space out wide, and they show themselves they can go toe-to-toe with what are the best attacking team in this country, the Tigers, so far.
Johnny Lomax starts the op-ed in, and showing John Wells shows us that at half-time, where he starts the run. Everyone else has got to be behind him, and the depth that Johnny Lomax gives himself and his team, that's what creates the space, and that's what creates the try.
8-0 Castleford led. Regan Grace's tries halved the deficit, and St Helens in possession from the kick-off, of course. Roby again. Here goes Thompson. Terry interviewed Luke Thompson before the match. He said he looked like he was wearing Joan Collins' shoulder pads.
He has got the biggest shoulders I have ever seen in my life. They look like blow-up shoulders. He's only 22 years of age. He played in the 2014 Grand Final as a teenager against Wigan, didn't he? I think he's an outstanding prospect.
Roby gets it away to Matty Smith. High kick from Matty Smith, who's going to take control of this. Oof! I tell you what Greg Eden did, but only just. Morgan Knowles was all over it.
Well, that's the welcome committee that he gets for catching the ball on the full. Morgan Knowles, the no-nonsense back rower that comes across and hits him.
Super League's top try scorer then. One try from Solomona's club record of 42 last year to equal it. 2 tries for the Super League record of 40 tries, also scored by Denny Solomona last year. In a blistering season from Castleford out wide, and here they go down that familiar route again, and it finds Eden on the bounce, and it was a forward pass is the rule of touch judge and referee.
But even under pressure, just look how quick they catch the ball. They have it in 2 hands, they look to transfer it. Yeah, the ball goes forward, but they are so dangerous. To try and close them down in a split second, it's got to be a good defensive side that makes them make those mistakes.
And the difficulty Darryl Powell have had this week is allowing his players to express themselves under pressure. This is a high-pressure game. If they get it wrong, the consequences are there. They've not got to think like that and not do anything different. Saints have got to rise to a level that they haven't been at too many times this year. Castleford have got to get to the level where they've been consistently.
Saints then with the possession from the scrum, just about midway through this first half. Here's Ben Barber, he's through the first tackle. Good job that Foster was there with Hardacre and Adam Milner. Down he goes, tackle number 2, but 17 metres away from the line. Wilkin will attack, he'll find Douglas. Oh! Douglas maybe caught him unawares.
That's one of the things that Castleford do really well. A short pass, a quick turn up, they don't set it up, they don't preempt it. They seem to do it instinctively. There's a run around. John Wilkin can't keep hold of that ball.
Well, that's a chance gone, but we are entering what you've maybe pointed out, Barry, the really interesting phase of this match, and what could determine the side that make it to the grand final. This next 20-minute period is where the Tigers have been exceptional this year. They scored twice as many tries as they've conceded leading up to half-time, and it very often coincides with Junior Moores or Grant Millington coming onto the field. In fact, in round 5 of the Super 8s, they played Leeds Rhinos on this ground. Millington and Moores came on at about the 20-minute mark, and Castleford's Tigers scored 24 points in the next 20 minutes. At half-time, the contest was over. When these guys come on, Saints need to cope with it. That's the big thing, and I'm sure that St Helens will have spoken and tried as best they can to prepare for that.
Big night, packed house. It's been like that virtually all season here at the Menderhouse Jungle. Castleford have set this town alight in 2017. This is Adam Milner. He gets Castleford almost to the halfway line. McShane is the dummy half. Back it comes to Luke Gale. Luke Gale under pressure from Taya, but he gets the kick away, and Barber, that's easy for him.
He'll only kick at the right time though, Warney, Luke Gale. You can see when he gets that ball, he's under pressure. Saints are hunting from the inside, trying to close the man down. But then he goes for a line, he's still looking and weighing up his options where the gaps are.
Makinson here trying to inject a bit of pace. Gets the ball away, but Percival was on his inside. Grace was nowhere to be seen. And he just, he looks around incredulously, if that's the right word.
Tommy Makinson should be over on the other side, but his work ethic and work rate is that strong. He doesn't care where the action is, he gets involved. That's a legitimate offload. I think you'd expect the opposite winger to be there, and Mark Percival just rocks back on his heels because he thinks the winger's taking the tackle.
Makinson needs a try for a career 100. He's got tries in a couple of grand finals that Saints have appeared in.
Okay, Ben. Yeah. Okay,
one win and one loss.
Out.
So, Lefeo.
One move, Luke.
Just inside the Saints half. Here goes Massey now on a run.
Two, move, get
Halted by three.
Hold.
McShane. It was Milner who found Meakin. Gets the ball away to Ben Roberts. Ben Roberts is grounded 12 metres away. Quick play the ball. McShane gets away from Thompson. Gale goes wide to Shenton. Shenton has to take the tackle of Morgan. It was a good tackle too. Here goes Greg Eden now. Eden to Milner in centre field. St Helens muscling up well in defence. They've reached tackle number 5 of Castleford. Shane down the short side. Gale with a kick to the in-goal area. Zach Hardaker's after it and is claiming it. Zach Hardaker's claiming his second try, but it's a goal line dropout.
Yeah, good decision from the referee. James Rowe, he grounds that ball, doesn't he? There was a late retreat from Saints. Right.
Stuart, this is interesting. Well, it's a knock on anyway.
Yeah, he's knocked the ball on, hasn't he? He certainly knows he's got a touch to it, Zach Hardaker, but he didn't actually ground the ball. And of course, that should have made it a 20-metre restart following the knock-on.
It's all right for us, though. We are seeing it in slow motion. Referees, touch judges have to make an instant decision.
If the referee had listened to Zach Hardaker, the Saints would have the ball right now.
Well, Phil's talked about Grant Millington and Junior Moores. Well, Alex Worms, he's now on for Saints. Made more metres than anyone else in Super League. I think he's been outstanding. So unlucky not to get in the dream team. I think he's been the best prop in the comp this year.
Here is Hardaker again, gets the ball away to Webster, who somehow keeps it alive. Finds Minikin. It's McMeekin again. It's all hands to the pump defensively for the Saints here. As Webster finds Milner, who in turn finds McShane. They go wide to that left-hand side to Gale. On the charge is Alex Foster. Foster is dropped 9 metres shy of the line. McShane. Gale tries to get the kick in. Was that played at? No, it's still the last, says the referee. Hardaker then, and Minikin wants it kicked out wide. Hardaker obliges. Oh, that's a great... I was going to say it's a great take by Percival. It might be a try here for Greg Minikin. It might easily be a try for Minikin because the ball was lost backwards by Saints.
On the last tackle. I've got no try.
But they have no try on the field.
Got a check for a St Helens knock-on and a Castleford knock-on.
No try on the field, they've said, Stuart, and they're just looking for knock-ons either way.
Yeah, well, I think we saw that Saints got the ball, but I think it did go backwards off that. Check the kick first, everybody's onside. So look at the first touch is by Percival with the ball going backwards. Now, it's all about the pickup. Does he actually knock on in the way to the line, or does he pick it up cleanly and goes over? He certainly ends up over the line. We just need to see how that ball got there. We know it's gone backwards from that point. It's still in the field of play, so it hasn't been grounded. How does the ball get picked up?
Well, there's a St Helens hand on it as well.
St Helens hand on there, but he's not in possession. And I think that's where the knock-on is there. That's what James Child has seen. And so it's knocked on short of the line. So I would say the first knock-on is by Castleford because he went backwards off Saints. So this should be, I think it's last tackle, so it's probably going to be a handover 10 metres out. The knock-on short of the line.
Well, Minikin was claiming the try. I think we've seen from the other angle that it's definitely a knock-on. Definitely knock-on by Minikin.
Isn't it a game of inches though? Regan Grace.
This is the one. This is the one.
Yeah. Said it's a game of inches. There's the white line just in front of Greg Minikin. And there's a little fumble just around here.
Percival does a good job. He fumbles the ball, he's made his mistake, but what he does, it makes it impossible for Minikin to pick up that ball. Zach Hardacre, another kicking option for Cass.
The fact that Percival put his hand on the ball, Stuart, does that mean that he has grounded it intentionally, and is it in goal?
No, it's not in goal. You can see it's short of the line there at that point, but he doesn't take possession. Just by putting your hand on top of the ball doesn't give you possession of the ball.
Okay, no try on the field and no try in the video ref's booth either.
Needs a big call at the back there, Regan Grace. He was in perfect position to catch that ball. Mark Percival goes up for that, makes a play for it, touches it with one hand, but it's so difficult to bring it down.
Knock on in the field of play, Stuart.
And it was fourth tackle, it wasn't last tackle, as I said. It was fourth tackle, so we end up with a scrum head and feet to Saints.
10 metres out. Okay.
You got an indication of just how good St Helens are at defending, because Castleford kicked the ball twice in that one play. There was an attempted grubber on the far side of the field, if you cast your mind back. The ball came back and then Hardacre put the kick across field, kick to the corner. Saints' defence is pretty good and it's given the respect there. They know they perhaps can break it down with those.
They've won only 5, they've lost 8, including the last 3. The last away win in the playoffs, 2012 against Warrington, 28 points to 6. Wormsley being hunted down by Grant Millington and by Adam Milner.
That's Adam Milner's target all night. Whenever Wormsley's lining up to carry the ball, he'll be the player that shoots the line and tries to stop the big man.
And you might think, Eddie, why would a little man go at a big man like that? Because he's just going to knock his knees together and get him down to the floor. Good break by Saints.
It is Percival gets it to halfway on tackle number 5. That was Zeb Taylor. This is Matty Smith. Under pressure from McShane, trapped by Hardacre. Here goes Minikin. You just might wonder what the threat that Alex Wormsley of St Helens poses. More metres, 4,256. More carries, 525, than any other Super League player this year.
And yet he does that when he's only on the field for about 40 minutes a match as well. So he's heavily involved, but it's the 40 minutes when he's not out there that perhaps the Saints need to find another player who can have that impact.
Here's Alex Wormsley in the defensive line as McMeekin plays the ball to McShane, and Millington will take it forward for Castleford, almost to the halfway line. McShane again. Here is Roberts. Millington just hit the deck then because he could see that he was in Roberts' way, so he voluntarily got out of the way. Gale gets the kick away. Now then, Ben Barber, here's your moment. Takes it cleanly.
Well, he had a first good touch, and ever since then, he's been good, hasn't he? So confident, play. Like seeing him in open space, like this man, Regan Grace.
Aiming to win a grand final on both sides of the world in successive years. Offside here against Castleford.
Good spot as well from Tommy Makinson. The ref was talking to the players, saying to Paul McShane that you're offside. Stood right next to him, he picks him out, runs straight at him. You could see that Paul McShane was backing off, trying to buy some time for some of his teammates to help him out. Unfortunately, they couldn't.
Hell of a start for Castleford, but I get the feeling that St Helens are gradually getting themselves back into contention in this semi-final. Here goes Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook off the bench along with Wormsley. Roby is waiting, 23 metres away. Wilkin dabs the ball through early in the tackle count. It's into the in-goal area, and Hardacre takes no chances.
You've got to be right with them kicks, haven't you? The second tackle, you get that kick away, you're looking at turning the pressure.
Great play. What about the vision to recognise that the fullback wasn't in that position? He stood up in the line defending. Good eyes from John Wilkin. Lucky it's not come off for them, but they will get the ball back.
Sometimes he doesn't get the credit, John Wilkin. Plays a number of positions. When they've been down on the halves, he's the man who's actually had to go in there and fill, and he's done a tremendous job. But he's in his position at loose forward here tonight, so he is another playmaker for Saints.
What Castleford have done successfully this year is speed the game up when they have the ball and slow it down when their opponents do. I think Matthew Smith and the Saints are fully aware here. They need to play quick here now that they've got their hands on it.
It was a bit of a sliced goal line dropout, wasn't it? It was spinning all over the place, Saints allowing the ball to bounce. They have it, though, in the shape of McCarthy-Scarsbrook. Push, I think, on Who? Is it McCarthy?
McCarthy Scarsbrook, yeah. Penalty to St Helens.
It's still on him.
I thought at first I saw James Child give the penalty the other way.
Yeah, I think he lost his bearings.
As Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook did almost here with a little push from Mike McMeekin. Not much in it.
Well, there's just enough, isn't there? Saints won't be going for 2 points here. They'll look to keep the pressure on. James Roby ready for the tap.
Now then, this is Wilkin. Judy Moore's number 17 out there. Roby down the short side. Morgan Knowles takes it forward. Inside the 20, fighting for his feet. Quick play the ball. Roby, Wilkin. Loose pass, finds its way to Lomax. Lomax lateral run. Then gets the ball away to Ryan Morgan, and Luke Gale harassing him with Milner. Down he goes, turned over on his back as well. Castleford's defensive line given a second or two more to set. Here is Knowles again, 15 metres out. Roby will give it into centre field to Smith. He then will find Lomax. Lomax tried to duck under McMeekin's challenge. He managed that. He couldn't get away from Millington. Zebtea now, 10 metres out with Matty Smith. He'll hoist it to the right-hand side. But all after this, the ball has come free. The ball has come free. Greg Eden gets to it. Greg Eden does really well to get back into the field of play, out of the in-goal area.
Well, there was a big shadow coming towards him, and that was Alex Walmsley. They just quite haven't got that right to left shift yet, Saints. The ball's gone on the floor, and then there was players standing too flat for the man who was coming out the back to hit him. Well, the fans trying to get on top of the referee, but look at this. Good work from Eden. Spots Walmsley to get to where.
Here goes Jake Webster. He has got support. He had support from McMeekin. He couldn't get the ball out wide. Here they come, Castleford on tackle number 5 coming up, but will we get to the last one? Gale booms it wide, finds Shenton. Shenton steps inside Morgan, the Saints defence comes across. Last tackle coming up then, 12 metres out. Eden to Gale again. He just checks, then goes back the other way. Morgan Knowles after him. Junior Moores isn't the kicker. Hardacre might be. Ben Roberts definitely is. They're running it. He's found Minikin. Minikin gets it wide to Webster. He's put it down.
Remarkable defence from St Helens. First of all, to cope with the break, keep the composure, and they're under attack now.
They are. Barber cleaned up the mess, got away from a couple, then found Regan Grace, and Grace has got them almost to the 40-metre line. Roby gets them over that mark. Here goes Walmsley, carries it forward.
The biggest hooker you'll ever see. Look at that. Jake Webster gets that ball. Could have been a try.
Zebtea looking to get the arms free. Takes the tackle. The legs came up in the air as well. Roby to Smith. Knowles again. Hasn't he come of age in 2017, Morgan Knowles? 30th appearance of the season. Gets to his feet, plays into Roby. This is Smith. Peyroux is on there. He played the ball to Barber. Matty Smith slides the kick in. Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook's after it. He's claiming the try. He's claiming the try that will level the scores.
Checking it. Last tackle. Got no try.
No try on the field.
Please.
It's the grounding that is vital. Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook thinks he's got it. Justin Holbrook likewise. It's all in the hands again of Phil Bentham.
Well, there's certainly a few thousand people behind the post there that thought it was no try. What's the footage going to show us? Kickers are onside, McCarthy Scarsbrook's onside. I think we're okay there. The ball goes along the ground anyway. So we've similar situation to the other end. What happens to the ball? Does he take possession? Well, I don't think he's got possession of that ball. It hits his hands first, and I think the knock-on is there. It's fairly clear. Just check from the other side. He's looking to catch the ball because it's off the ground.
And he has to catch it or regather it, doesn't he?
He does. And I think that ball just hits the deck before he gets a touch on it again. So that's a knock-on. It's already been given as no try on the field. I think
people will see the fingertips on that, Stuart.
Well,
this is going to be a try.
You know, it's very difficult sometimes with the foreshortening of the camera lens. I think the hand only gets on it the second time. I think this will be confirmed as no try.
Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook is denied, so are St Helens.
Eddie, they don't get the try, but what we're seeing is why this team from St Helens are the best defensive outfit. We talked about the break from McMeekin on the right, then they surrendered, they got the ball back, went 100 metres, still looking to put pressure, still looking to challenge, still looking to score tries.
Heaps of playoff experience in this St Helens side. 126 playoff appearances in total, plus 12 in the NRL. Castleford only 72 playoff appearances collectively. 8-4, Castleford lead, and we are 8 minutes away from half-time.
Walmsley on Junior Moores, that is two big bodies meeting.
Here goes Millington, gets the ball away. Roberts, Lomax after him low down. Zeptea finishing him off on halfway. We play the ball to Hardacre. Millington again carries it forward, straight at Morgan Knowles. Down he goes. McShane, Moores, Gale. Little shimmy one way, goes down the left-hand side. Remarkable, just over 2 weeks since an appendix operation. McShane down the line. Fielded by Barber, who'd moved across there. Has the pace to get away, but not the pace to get away from Millington.
Oh, he's a good player, Millington. We saw him 2 plays before carry the ball. Didn't want to get dominated, and all of a sudden he knows that his job's still on to shore up that middle. When Ben Barber gets the ball, he's looking to get back to the middle, targeting some of those lazier, bigger men who are asked to do a lot of the work.
Roby and Ryan Morgan now.
Surrender!
Roby. Here's Walmsley again. Carts it forward, breaks the first line. Ooh, wasn't the best play of the ball. McCarthy-Scarsbrook gets the ball back through the arms of Barber and a knock on.
It's untidy. When Alex Walmsley picks out Paul McShane, he gets rid of him, he lands on his front, then all of a sudden it's the last player. You've got to make sure that you kick the ball. And then the pressure that they're under from Paul McShane, he offloads the ball to Louis McCarthy, he looked forward, and then all of a sudden it's all making it up as you go. They needed to get that ball, it needed to be quicker, and they needed to get rid of it.
Matty Smith, who played and won the grand final last year with the Wigan Warriors.
Alex, move
Wigan
forward, please.
not able to defend their crown in these semi-finals. The season grinding to a halt at Wakefield last Saturday.
Eddie, and you could say that that was fabulous defence or poor attack, but at the end of the day, they've not gained 30 metres. They've worked hard, they've got to the end of the set, but they've not got the kick away. In finals football, you've got to make sure that you're clinical, and if you get to the last play, you get a decent kick away.
Here's Roberts. Gives it to McMeekin, takes the return, there's Roberts! Good job that, was it Barber? Yes, it was, he had hold of his shorts. This is Foster, got a clatter from Peru. Will get to his feet 10 metres out, plays it to McShane. McShane to Millington, he called for it. This now is Roberts, gets it away to McMeekin. McMeekin gives it to Webster. Great tackle by Roby. And the referee says the tackle was completed, so go back, play the ball, which they do. This is Roberts now. Millington. Gale. Kick in behind the defence again. It's invitingly in the in-goal area, and Tommy Makinson just taps the ball dead. More pressure.
What about the bend on that ball? As he kicks that ball, he steers it back into the field of play. That's no accident, that's practice, practice, practice. The chase is a good one as well.
If Castleford hadn't been playing St Helens, Eddie, I think they've scored at least another 3 tries in the 35 minutes or almost we've had here this afternoon. Saints are somehow doing enough here. Here's the ball, he kicks it, and then he intends it to sit in that in-goal area. Dickinson, who's been fantastic running the ball, recovers, puts the ball over the back line, and the Tigers will get the ball again, but this is golden hour here now for the Saints.
Oh, there's length on this goal line dropout. It lands 40 metres away from the Tigers' posts. Here comes Millington then and charges it over halfway before Morgan Knowles and Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook and Alex Walmsley deal with the threat.
He certainly does lead the line, Morgan Knowles, doesn't he, in defence?
Solid enough run from Matt Cook. McShane. Moores wide again to Gale. Gale then finds Hardaker, who drops the ball. What a great tackle that was.
Great read from Tommy Makinson, the man that kicked the ball over the back line. He takes the gamble. Wonderful stuff.
Inside the last 5 minutes. Have a look at this again.
You've got to get them right, haven't you? When you've made the decision, your timing's got to be spot on those plays.
Well done.
Roby, just inside his own half of the field. LNS gets them over halfway.
Move all the way. Go.
Ooh, a bit of a fumble, but it was all right. There's a hand in there. It's a penalty. And I thought it was a bit of a fumble at the play the ball. It was actually touched by the foot, but you see the hand in there originally.
Well, that way, just keep on going now. They won't go for 2 points. They've had a couple of occasions where they can go for 2 points. If they would have took the last 2 penalties, the game could have been tied up. They want to keep the pressure on. They want to keep turning Castleford around, challenging them near the line.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing. I wonder if Catalan Dragons had their time again, would they have taken at least one of the 2 penalties they had late on in the match against Widnes last Saturday, a match that has consigned the Dragons to the £1 million match at Lee on Saturday afternoon.
And for those who don't know, a draw would have given them a home fixture.
Indeed. It might have been oh so different. Matty Smith, Dominic Peyrou. Roby waits. McCarthy Scarsbrook again. They turn him over on his back though. He's held up over the try line.
How many times this year have we seen Castleford do that? They clamp that ball and they drag the attacking player into the in-goal area, buying themselves 10 metres.
Yes, back 10 metres to go. That's a great ball. That's a great try from Morgan Knowles. That's a great St Helens try. It looks like that's been planned on the training ground this week. The inside pass, Morgan Knowles hit it like a Liverpool Express. Over the line he went, and St Helens are level. Morgan Knowles said earlier he's come alive and come of age in 2017. This is his 3rd try of the season. There's the penalty.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, they're getting near your line. And they're very good. Look at James Roby. They've set that up. You've got Grant Millington. He's looking at what James Roby doing. They only had 1 marker. So there's no man on the inside that's sweeping up. The 1 marker is taken by James Roby. And then the other man on the other side of the ruck clocked off. He didn't realise what Morgan Knowles was doing. And you called it right, Eddie. They played for that. You've got the professional James Roby, who's been round the block in these games. And you've got the young Morgan Knowles, who has certainly come of age this year.
The celebration Justin Holbrook did then makes me think he's looked at that. He's realised that Castleford, when they're near their own try line, they drag that attacking player, they buy those 10 metres, but they don't then revert to 2 markers. They leave 1 marker. Well executed and good game plan.
This to give St Helens the lead 2 minutes from half-time. Percival is bang in front. And St Helens lead by 10 points to 8. Well, you could tell from that celebration from Justin Holbrook, this was planned all week.
Well, over the course of the season, Castleford have scored over 50 tries more than St Helens, but the defence hasn't been as good. And when St Helens have been tested, they've been good enough to withstand what the Tigers have thrown at them. Got to the other end, with the help of some penalties, managed to come up with some tries.
This is the first of the 2 semi-finals that will decide who's off to Old Trafford a week on Saturday, October the 7th, for the 2017 Betfred Super League Grand Final, the biggest night of the year. One of these 2 will be there, and Leeds or Hull will be with them. We'll find out tomorrow, Sky Sports Arena at 7:30, and another massive day on Saturday. Who wants the £1 million game, Lee or the Catalan Dragons? Fantastic weekend, and this could well be one of the biggest tales of the season if Saints go on and win this. Here comes Dominic Peyrou. He goes down on tackle number 5. This now is Matty Smith, a high hanging kick from Matty Smith. Minikin claims it.
That's a big set, isn't it, from scoring a try? And the reason why Alex Worms is up there for making meters, made 2 carries in that set. There was a big run as well from the winger, Tommy Makinson, who injects his pace into the line. Again, lands on the front, very dominant set of 6 from Saints.
Hardaker to Gale, here's Alex Foster. He goes down, tackle number 3, just outside the 20-metre mark. Michael Shenton now, taking on Morgan. Coming off second best to Ryan Morgan. Luke Gale on his toes. Matt Cook will take the ball forward. Matt Cook, he's not played in a playoff match for 7 years. Matt Cook, OKR in 2010 and a couple for the Bradford Bulls in their glory years. That's a great kick. That's a great kick, as we have heard the half-time siren, and Regan Grace says, well, that'll do us. We'll turn round with a 2-point advantage. St Helens supporters delighted with what they've seen. Why wouldn't they? Because they were off to the worst possible start, conceding a first-minute try to Zach Hardaker. Gale added the extra 6-0, and a Gale penalty goal, 8-0. They were going at a point a minute. Grace's try got them back into it 8-4. Knowles' try just before half-time. Percival's goal. Saints are ahead by 2. Really, of the last 5 home games, Castleford have won just 3. And after brushing opposition aside all year, in those 5 home games, they've scored 149 points. They've conceded 132, including 4 in the Super 8s. Have the top sides found the answer to the Castleford Tigers at the wrong time of the year?
Well, another interesting statistic at half-time is the penalty count. A lot of coaches talk about the penalty count. They get obsessed with it because penalties lead to so many tries. And the fact that it's 5-1 in favour of the Saints, Castleford having conceded 5 to just 1 for the visitors, is one of the reasons why St Helens are in front at the moment.
Eddie, and 4 of those penalties, if they're interference and holding down, that's because Saints have been running harder, they've been finding the front, and Castleford have been trying to slow them down.
It's Castleford who have first use of the football in this second half. This is Junior Moores. The Saints have done a really good job on him since he's been on, and Jenny Seni Lefeo, and also Grant Millington. Gale. High kick. Grace is underneath it. Impressive, this young man this year.
He is, Eddie. And you talked about Seni Lefeo and Moores. You know what you're going to get from those sorts of players. When they're going to go carry the ball, they're going to look to offload. You can see a strong carry from Percival here. Cass have got players all over the park that like to go into the tackle, like to commit defenders and then offload that ball when it's the right time.
Referee gives Castleford just a second or 2 more to get off the tackle player, because that was deemed to be a surrender by St Helens, as is that one by Wormsley. He gets to his feet and plays the ball to Roby. Here is Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook. I don't think Ben Barber was waiting for that.
He made that offload available, LMS.
I think he's given offside here, has he?
That's right, he was in front of him.
I think if he could have dragged that back, he would have done.
Yeah, there it is.
There's
Comes
the
off
penalty.
Barber. Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook in front, hence the penalty for offside.
He's spinning round, he's got the ball available like he's holding a plate. Can't grab it back in, LMS.
Right, this is a chance then to see what Castleford can produce early in the second half. They were good enough early in the first. Junior Moores trying to outmuscle Roby. Roby stands his ground. Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook and Dominic Peyroux halt him 10 metres out. McShane. Matt Cook. Matt Cook on his knees is grounded 3 or 4 metres short. McShane waits again. Gale is here. Gale attacking the line, knocked down. 5, 6 more to go. 6 more to go for Castleford, because this is Shenton now. He spotted the referee wipe the tackle count clean. Down he goes on what is the 0 tackle. McShane again. Here is Moores. Moores straightening it up, but Wormsley knows McCarthy Scarsbrook doing well to keep him out. McShane is there again. This now is Gale. Gale delays the pass. It's Hardaker. Good tackle by Matty Smith. Shenton. Gale. Millington. St Helens defending this line of theirs resolutely again at the start of this second half. McShane. McShane to Moores. Roberts knock on. Gathered up by Johnny Lomax. OK, let's find out what was said during the half-time break by the respective coaches. Here's Angela Powers.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, the Castleford coach, Daryl Powell, said it was a little bit untidy in that first half, and he wants to see them get back into playing the game we're used to seeing Castleford play. If you think this game has been fast already, well, he wants to see the ruck speed even quicker from the Cast side, but slow down Saints and don't give them the control there. They've got to pull their game together, says Daryl Powell. St Helens, well, their coach, Justin Holbrook, unhappy with the start. He said, we were a bit timid. Now he wants them to see them play more like they did in the second part of that first half of the game. Making a break there, he'll be happy with that. They want to see them ramp it up now. Everybody's got a part to play in this game. He wants to see them all contribute.
Luke Douglas is trying to contribute here. He's got St Helens to within 19 metres of the line on tackle number 5. Roby waits, he finds Mark Smith. It goes high from Smith, looking for Makinson. And the ball is knocked down and Eden picks it up. It was a knock-on by St Helens in the shape of Makinson, who's still down on the floor.
He's normally good in the air, isn't he, Tommy Makinson? He'll certainly challenge for every ball. It just beats him. Greg Eden stood in a decent position, comes up with the ball. 10 metres from the line. Doesn't the left-hand side for Saints looks like the go-to side? A bit of time, a bit of depth, and they can certainly challenge and beat more sides. But good play from Cass.
Saints have found some form away from home lately, and here is an unforced error by Castleford.
Well, they normally get those right.
Roberts' slack pass.
When they look to play outside of teams, they normally get these right. I said Ben Roberts, he's got two options there. Whether it be Minikin or whether it be Webster, he doesn't pick either of them.
This is that cliff edge that I was talking about. 5 minutes into the game to play with no respect for the consequence. Castleford have to have that approach, and that's the danger of going sideways before you go forward.
Saints have won 4 of the last 5 away from home. They're primed for this big assault on Old Trafford. Remember, just 1 win, and that was in Perpignan, of the previous 10 away games in 2017. Suddenly, they have found the Dramamine, the travel sickness has been taken over. This is their head and feed. 13, 14 metres maybe away from the Cast line. Out it comes to Roby. Here now is Smith. Peyroux slipping and sliding, but hanging on and then going down. Will he? Yes, eventually. 10 metres away. Peyroux plays the ball to Roby. The charge from Luke Douglas is a great charge. And Castleford hold him up. He can't get the ball down. Bodies everywhere.
1 marker or 2, Castleford Tigers.
Well, there's your answer, 2.
Yeah.
They fixed that up.
Yeah.
This now Matty Smith. They have to be on their guard, though, as Barber. Barber has a run. 3 tackles gone. That's how close Saints are. 5 metres. Barber nearly lost it. Roby! He's trying to pinch one. They just keep him out. Foster and McShane, a crucial tackle. Barber finds Smith. Smith finds Lomax. They go wide to Percival. Percival is a handful. Percival almost snakes the arm out. Just manages to hang on. Last tackle coming up here. Lomax scoops the ball back to Smith. Crossfield kick looking for the big men. Finds only Shenton. Shenton's clattered, immediately received the ball. And St Helens got so close.
Oh, just couldn't stretch his arm out then, Percival. They needed more pressure on that kick. They needed to make it into a contest. It landed just short of the try line. It could have been anybody's ball.
What a great atmosphere. You should have to do something special to get to a grand final. And whichever team does that, here's the tackle on James Roby going hard and low for the line, but McShane, his counterpart, just about holds him back out. He went wide again to that right-hand side. OK, Matt Percival looked great with the ball. What's his defence like?
McMeekin gets it for the second time in this movement. Luke Douglas gets to him, but he gets the ball away to Webster, and in very quickly is Zeb Taylor. McMeekin. Moores looked like he wasn't expecting that. Luke Gale down the short side again. Gale just hammers the ball into touch. It was on the last.
It was 5th tackle. That's why Junior Moores didn't want that ball. Managed to find a pass to his halfback, who's good enough on the run. Again, slow the game down. Just coming up to 8 minutes of the first half, second half.
All the talk during the week for Saints would have been about closing Castleford down, and the Cast fans now trying to lift their fans. They've We've seen them play all week, or all year, should I say, how good they are. They're under pressure now here. You've got a Saints side that are committed in defence. They want to attack, they want to run hard. Can they match them now, set for set, play for play?
13 home games, won from 15 this year. St Helens won here on August the 3rd. First team to lower their colours on home soil. 26-12 to the Saints. They lost to Hull last week, and they fielded a much weakened side. Here they are now with their full-strength team. And St Helens holding this narrow lead as we approach 9 minutes of this second half. Roby finds Douglas. Douglas gets over the halfway line. Roby is scheming at dummy half. He finds McCarthy Scarsbrook. He then gives it to Lomax. Here now is Barber. Ben Barber almost away. Important tackle by Roberts. Just had hold of the elastic round his shorts. This is Smith. Drops the pass off to try scorer Morgan Knowles. McCarthy Scarsbrook again gets the ball away. Zeb Taylor hangs on. They've reached tackle number 5. They're 10 metres out St Helens. Roby finds Lomax. Lomax with a kick to the in-goal area. Hardacre to the rescue again. Percival was hunting, and Saints are turning the screw.
Good play as well from the Saints. And Zeb Taylor, he gets his arm free. James Roby's in for the try. But what about that for the kick? The nice weight from Lomax. He pumps the ball. He doesn't know whether to give the ball out to Mark Percival. Split-second decision. He drops it onto his toe. Forces another set of 6.
I know it's different players over the past 20 years, but St Helens have been in these playoffs since 1998. But 20 successful campaigns, getting to the playoffs, playing in them each and every year. The only 100% record in Super League. St Helens know the ground. They've got the street map to Old Trafford. They could take you there blindfolded. At the moment, they're 2 points clear with 10 minutes of this second half gone. Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook struggles to his feet. Roby finds Douglas. And Roby from dummy half finds Morgan Knowles.
Again, he's been good. He's setting up on the left-hand side here.
There they go that way with Smith, and now further left with Lomax. Short ball. Oh, he went without it. And so Roberts can counter.
That was a
zero tackle.
That was a difficult pass to take, right at the line. If he gets that right, it's a try under the H's for St Helens, but Castleford's defence stood up. Johnny Lomax gives it right at the line to Zeb Taylor.
As the ball was out the back to Ben Barber then, because of the committed run.
Great defence from Ryan Morgan. Not allowing Michael Shenton to move. Gale to Eden. Greg Eden gives it to Hardacre, who had to stoop a bit to get the pass. He then gets it away to McMeekin. He finds Jake Webster. Webster will take it forward again. Support is there from Eden. Roby was watching him like a hawk. Hardacre. Here goes Jesse Senny again. Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook has lost the ponytail. Looks like Conan the Barbarian tonight, does Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook. There's Jesse Senny Lefeo again. Gets the ball away to Junior Moores. Tries to wrestle himself away from Roby. McCarthy Scarsbrook's there again. Morgan Knowles low down. McShane waits. It's with Gale. He'll go the aerial route. It's high, it's deep. It's a test for Barber. Oh, it's tackle. Tackle without the ball. Penalty.
Yeah.
No question.
Just needed to be a little bit more patient, Zach Hardacre. He had it in his mind what he was going to do. And Ben Barber, who's dealt with everything this evening, will accept that gladly.
Second or so too early.
That's in the memory bank as well, though, for Ben Barber. Next time that goes up, he'll be wary of that man, Zach Hardacre. The timing wasn't there on this. Yeah, the ball goes up, and as a fullback, you've got to go to catch them. He was taken illegally. But next time that ball goes up, I'm sure he's going to be having a little look out the corner of his eye, seeing where that pressure's coming from Cass.
Not won yet, this first semi-final in the Betfred Super League of 2017. Old Trafford is the prize, the biggest prize in the game. Grand final for Saturday week, October the 7th. And if you need any information about the Super League Grand Final, www.rugby-league.com or rugby-league.com. Thompson now for St Helens. Who's going to be there? Is it going to be St Helens again? Is it going to be Castleford for the first time? Will it be Leeds again? Will it be Hull for the first time since 2006? All to play for tonight and tomorrow. This Ryan Morgan, last tackle Saints, 20 metres out. Smith dabs the kick in behind the defence. Hardacre has it. Look what they do to Hardacre. Stayed in the field of play somehow. What a place to turn it over, though.
That's excellent play, isn't it, from Hardacre?
Oh, penalty here for Castleford. Offside.
All the hard work that Hardacre did then. As soon as he caught that ball, he's confronted by 3 Saints players. Look at that. Turns around, looks up. Obviously, he's got Dominic Peru, James Roby and Ryan Morgan in front of him. The next play, Saints are looking to turn the screw, get up in the face of Castleford.
And the penalty to Castleford cheered to the rafters by the Tigers supporters. Penalty count now 6-3 in Saints' favour. Double change by Justin Holbrook. Here is McShane.
They need to find some energy, Castleford Tigers. 53 minutes on the clock. Those 13 minutes of the second half, they've been under pressure for most of that time.
Being harassed, they're being knocked out of the stride, aren't they?
Millington's trying to get his side forward.
Here goes Ben Roberts. Gets the ball away to McMeekan. McMeekan down that right-hand side. Barber across with Mark Percival. 3 tackles gone. Good run. Oh, Roberts puts it down. And Darryl Powell, his head drops. And the supporters groan. And Ben Roberts, not the night to make a mistake like this.
Well, that shot from Darryl Powell says it all, doesn't it? We've not seen this from Cass. Is the pressure getting to them? Everyone's been talking about them, me included, about they're going to be the favourites to get to Old Trafford. What they've done throughout the year, they have been so good, so dangerous when they get down near their opponent's line.
Feels like the cup game, doesn't it, now here for the Tigers when they lost to Hull in that contest, and things just not going to plan. But being able to cope with your conditions and the situation when you are behind here narrowly, still 25 minutes to go in this game. We know that they've hit purple patches where they've scored 2, 3, 4 tries in a blitz. They've got points in them, but have they got the patience?
Well, the big thing that they've had to do, of course, is manage their way into this semi-final. They were league leaders by a country mile, and Darryl Powell has had to manipulate and manoeuvre his way into this semi-final. Saints have been playing on the edge for the past 4 or 5 weeks.
And that's when they're dangerous, when Saints play on the edge. They play that catch-up rugby, it goes from the ruck. That man's so influential, James Roby, behind the play of the ball. The experience he's got in these big games certainly does help.
Here's Wilkin, gets it away to Lomax. They come down that left-hand side with Zeb Taylor. Good tackle by Jake Webster. Last one coming up for St Helens then. 18 metres away, back they come to Smith. It's another crossfield kick. It's high, it's hanging. It's Michael Shenton's underneath it.
And they're looking for Ryan Morgan again out here on the right-hand side. And they're good meters in that set of 6. They were challenged the first 3 plays. Then all of a sudden it's an offload from Wilkin and a break from Barber that gets them down near Cassie's line.
Minikin rather having to do a lot of the hard work in centre field. Plays the ball to Gale. Here's Hardacre. Gale and Hardacre, they're 2 of the 3 nominees for the Man of Steel 2017. Gale gets it wide to Eden. Eden slips the net. Super League's top try scorer gets away from Smith. Ball inside. Luke Gale comes back from the appendix operation. There's the scar. And has he just edged Castleford back on the road to Old Trafford? Eden with a wonderful run down the left-hand side. Gale the man in support. And Luke Gale, 14 tries for the season. None more important than that one. 12-10 to Castleford.
Well, there couldn't be any other player, could it, than Luke Gale. He certainly does lift the players around him. When you see Greg Eden get into space, you think he's going to open it up. He's got a good outline there that beats Makins, and all of a sudden, he draws the fullback in, Ben Barber. He's clutching at straws. He knows exactly what he's doing, Greg Eden. He'll only pass this ball when it's the right time to pass it. But look at the footwork there from Eden. Fabulous play.
It's a set play executed perfectly, and the in and out from Greg Eden is exquisite. We can see your scar. Stop showing off. Perfect execution. This targeted this short side. I said they needed a spark. I said they looked a little bit flat. And all the Tiger fans are roaring with pride at the minute. A long way to go though.
We talk a lot about Luke Gale's ability to... He's the voice and the vision, I think, of this side. He obviously sets up lots of players, directs them around the field. But his support play is better than almost every other half-back come half playing in this competition. He's a fourth top try scorer for Castleford. He's not just a midfield general who tells everyone what to do. He backs up his own actions by supporting so often on the inside. It's led to an infallible try on this occasion.
Well, it's Luke Gale's first Super League playoff. He got a try and 3 goals for Doncaster against Oldham in a National League 2 grand final way back in 2008. With all due respect, small beers to what is being played out here tonight. And Luke Gale here now, can he add the extras? Kick 2 from 2. Well, he was showing his agony not long ago was Daryl Powell when the ball was dropped by Ben Roberts. I bet he's boiling inside now. Can Luke Gale add the extra 2? And the answer is, of course, he can. Luke Gale, 14-10 Castleford.
Well, just to underline that point, he scored more tries than the fullback Zach Arnecker, who many people think is the best player that the Tigers have. Releases Greg Eden and then makes sure he's back on the inside to improve the angle. Got the ball down pretty quickly. Zappi. If that's advertising for the surgeon who operated on him, if you need a quick appendectomy and get back to work, he's your man.
I'm not sure what he's written on the bandage, but whatever it is.
Don't hit me here.
I guarantee it won't be appendectomy.
We can't even spell it, can we? Never mind say it. Nathan Massey carts it forward again.
This is what they rely on, Castleford. Momentum. We've seen it numerous times. Castleford scored again, scored that third try and took the game away from their opponents. That's sensational work from Senny Lafayette.
It is, and it's on the last tackle. Gale hoists the ball high again. Grace is underneath it this time. And off goes Regan Grace, halted though by Webster.
I see that all the time from Castleford. When they've scored a try, they will talk about getting to the end of the plays, low-risk plays. Let's challenge the team down near their own line. They're the team that have conceded. They're the team that's going to be panicking now. Can they front up and get through our defence? And again, there's numbers in it, making it slow for Saints here.
Roby. Wilkin. Taya takes it forward again. Coming up to the hour mark. Castleford with their noses in front. Roby. Thompson. To the halfway line. And tackle number 5. Good set defensively from Castleford. Kick from Smith's important. Straight to Eden. Not the man to give it to directly, but that's good work from Peyru and Douglas.
A confident take from Egan, straight on the full, straight on the attack. We saw Regan Grace over on St Helens left. He did likewise. We talk about Regan Grace as a try scorer and a finisher, but he never looks like dropping those high balls.
We'll hope you haven't hexed him. Hardaker, was he standing square? No. Lomax wasn't. Hour gone. 14-10 Cast, penalty to the Tigers.
Well, that's where they can get in, isn't it, Castor? The quick thinking from Zach Hardaker, knew exactly what he was doing. That man couldn't get set at marker.
What about the decision here? Keep it running, go for 2. No, they're going to keep it running.
Well, there was talk from Luke Gale and Zach Hardaker, what should we do? They said, no, we'll keep on going here, we'll keep the pressure on Saints.
This is Webster. To restart, finds Roberts. Senny Lafayette backing his way into the 10-metre zone. Good field position here with 5 tackles remaining. Milner halted by Wilkin. McShane beckoning people towards him. Firing the pass then to Roberts. Roberts then gets it away out the back door to Regan Grace. Important tackle that was by Hardacre.
Oh, it was a good job he was there, otherwise the youngster was away, wasn't he? There wouldn't be many people on the pitch that could catch Regan Grace. The no-look pass, the youngster comes up with it.
Oh, and Percival's hurt here. He had the shirt scratched from him. Maybe a shoulder problem. Makinson, great tackle by Webster. Looks like he's all right. He's just gone to the left-hand side just to buy himself a little bit of time. As Taylor takes the ball forward again. Roby waits. Wilkin fires the pass to Matty Smith. Smith then to Ben Barber. Barber's away. He's got 2 men on the overlap. Barber has found a gap. Barber gets it away to Ryan Morgan. Here's Tommy Makinson. What a tackle by Milner!
Great tackle. Breggian gets it wrong. He shoots in. He can't finish the play off. As soon as that man gets the ball, he's confronted by Adam Milner. I think pound for pound, he's one of the best defensive players in the competition. And you know that you're ready and you're focused when you can come up with tackles like that in semi-final football on that man, Tommy Makinson.
This is a try for all money until you see Adam Milner is the last man. Castleford celebrate that almost as if they'd scored the try and not prevented one, and that is the reason Paul McShane gets a start. He gets the number 9, but they can't discount Adam Milner because of the work he does in that area there. He is relentless, fearless, and refuses to give up.
Adam Milner, what a tackle for this, his only club. He's playing his 183rd time for Castleford. He played in the 2014 playoff defeat at St Helens. Well, he might well have taken his team to within yards of Old Trafford in that moment. That was a try-saving tackle that would have levelled the scores.
They are special players. There's not much in them. And again, look who the man is carrying the ball away. And you love that about Adam Milner. He gets up quick on Alex Walmsley. As soon as he comes on, he's the target. But then when the ball moves away from the ruck, he works extra hard from the inside to close down them players like the one on Tommy Makinson.
McShane's gone for a 40-20 here, and he's got it! Paul McShane from dummy half, left-footed, boom! Down the other end of the field. A metre or so in from touch, bang, over it goes, 40-20, what a play.
Quality decision, quality execution. There is a little bit of a spin on it, but it seems perfect.
And it's a tap restart these days, so that's where they begin. 12-13 metres away from the line. Here's Milner. St Helens looking to keep them out. Castleford looking to edge further towards a first ever grand final. McShane weighing up the options both ways. Comes to the left-hand side to Gale. This now is Junior Moores. There was an ambush waiting for him.
That's the trick play that releases Zach Hardacre. He finds himself in space, but Saints deal with it.
Senny Lefeo again. Taking on Thompson. Losing out to Douglas as well. McShane, this is Milner! Now then, has he got this ball down? It's a huge call coming up here. Massive call. Has Adam Milner saved one at one end and he scored one at the other? What a moment this is in the semi-final.
Tackle 3.
They're going to try on the field.
Checking the grounding, please.
Has Milner found the key? What a 5 minutes this young man's just had.
Well, the on-field call is crucial because there's a lot of bodies around here. Will we be able to see the ball on the floor? Given us a try on the field, to disallow it, we have to see conclusive proof that he doesn't get it down. Tackle's moving all the time, so he can still keep going. And there's the ball on the ground. Does he have possession of it? That'll be the only question that Phil Bentham's got on his mind. Does he maintain possession all the way down to the ground? I think he probably does. Remember, we've got to see sufficient evidence that he's lost that ball for this try to be disallowed, and I don't think there is that there. I think his hand is probably still on it as it's hit the ground, so I think this try will be confirmed.
Let's see what Phil Bentham has made of it. Try on the field. Green light in the box. Castleford take a decisive step towards a first ever grand final. 80
rugby league players playing in the Castleford Tigers colours. There are players that can score tries from length and distance, but look at this. Adam Milner saves one. Tommy Makinson, for all money, is going in the corner there, and this is a tough catch. He's got 3 people in front of him, keeps his wits about him, and wriggles and rolls until he gets that ball down.
Look at that, he still had some work to do. He puts his body on the line time after time, and look what it means to the Cas fans.
Well, he probably typifies their team, doesn't he? He's not a glamorous player, he's not been heralded. Lots of other sides haven't come in to sign him. He's a local player who's worked hard over several years to incrementally improve his performance. He's worked hard at defence, he's worked hard with the ball, and in many ways it would be fitting if Adam Milner's try does take Castleford to their first grand final.
This is Luke Gale with the cheers and the songs ringing in his ears. It's a 10-point lead for Castleford if they make it to Old Trafford on Saturday week. Last one in Cas, turn off the lights.
You think of Adam Milner's career. He had to bide his time. He had to bide his time when Darrell Clarke was there. And look at that. The tears are there. They simply do believe that they can get to Old Trafford. But Adam Milner has had to bide his time. Paul McShane's got the 9 shirt. He's reinvented himself as the enforcer for Castleford.
And he's had to really. He's a former England Academy captain. Darrell Clarke came into this Castleford side, and Adam Milner had to reinvent himself.
That's what I'm saying, Eddie. He had to do all the hard work. He gave up the 9 position. All of a sudden, he was on the bench. Then he was coming on. Then Paul McShane was in. And now
then Darrell Powell saw something.
Well, he sees the toughness in him.
But he plays him loose forward.
He sees how tough he is. I'm not saying that hookers aren't tough, but he can play anywhere, Adam Milner.
He's tenacious and he's a competitor, and you'll always find a place for a bloke like that in your team, and he's got Castleford Tigers back in this game. Long way to go, I keep saying it.
Long way to go, and not many changes coming for St Helens. Barber, well, Hardacre timed it perfection this time.
Well, again, he's just getting in his eye line. He hit him illegally last time. Just getting in his eye line, just putting that doubt in the Saints full-back's mind.
20 points to 10, 14 minutes remaining. If any team can, Saints can.
It's a huge 14 minutes for Saints. They could do with a couple of penalties to get themselves out of trouble. As Alex Walmsley comes carrying the ball, and again it's Milner flying out the line, spots Walmsley.
Oh, he's got to spot Roby. They've got to spot Roby, and Roby gets Saints over the halfway line. Last tackle though, Theo Farge on 2. Farge running it to Lomax. Lomax then wide to Percival. Percival dink over the top. And that ball is held somehow inside this end of the whitewash, this side of the whitewash, by Greg Minikin.
Doesn't he do well to stay in?
He couldn't take the gamble. He could feel the footprints of the winger Regan Grace behind him. Hard work for Castleford now.
Minikin knew he went to ground, and if he stayed the right side of the whitewash, which he did, if Saints came in and pushed him over, penalty would be coming. What a rip-roaring game.
A good effort from St Helens. 4 of the 6 players have gone. They've contained them. They're just about going to stop Junior Moores on the 40. Can they find any energy for the kick pressure here?
McShane back he goes to Luke Gale. He's outside the 40 this time, but he drills the ball past Ben Barber. Not a 40-20, he was just outside.
But again, he just sits back. He's quite happy to let all the players unfold in front of him. Then when he needs the ball, when he needs to take control of the set, he puts his hand up and he steps forward.
Time off.
Wow. Well, will they be going to Old Trafford? The belief is growing that maybe they will be, but they, in the shape of Saints and Justin Holbrook and his coaching staff, I'm sure have got 1 or 2 questions still to be answered.
And it's not just about what he does with the ball, Luke Gale. Just picked up on the referee's mic there. He's talking to the ref, he's talking to his players, probably getting in the minds of the opposition as well. He's influencing the game, whether he's defending, attacking, or just it's dead play.
Well, there was a little incident then at the play the ball. I think it was Milner whose feet just came up a little bit and flicked at and connected with Tommy Makinson. The referee and touch judges saw nothing wrong with that. Theo Farge, here's Matty Smith. Gale with the tackle on his opposite number.
He tried to fix Gale, but he just couldn't get the ball away to Peru.
Here's Farge again. I wonder, when Luke Gale had his appendix out a fortnight ago, I wonder whether he ever dreamt he would be playing in this semi-final with Old Trafford the prize. Oh, Eden's knocked that back. It's 6 to go. It's 6 to go. Here's Matty Smith for Saints. Cut down by Hardacre. 6 to go. From here, Farge pops it up. Walmsley. And Walmsley gets over the line, but again, Castleford hold him up. Remember, Walmsley last week, 2 tries in the win at Salford and the man of the match. And Saints suddenly on the front foot again with Smith and McCarthy Scarsbrook. High shot on McCarthy Scarsbrook.
Well, Milner saves the try, but unfortunately it goes high. And Matty Smith looks at that again when he was looking to play from the break. Should he have backed himself? Should he have gone?
Theo Farge. Theo Farge trying to duck under Millington. Roby ignored Walmsley, gave it to Smith. Here is Lomax. This now is Barber. Ben Barber over the top. Makinson for the line. He's got the ball down as Tommy Makinson. Try is given. What a moment for Makinson. Career 100. Forget that though, that's a personal accolade. More importantly, Saints are now 6 points adrift. Tommy Makinson's try, the lifeline's been thrown.
Hey Eddie, it took some scoring as well, didn't it? He had to burrow his way through the line. He had to be brave. Look at that, he's confronted by 2 Castleford defenders. And it took some scoring to get down, get through Luke Gale, get through Paul McShane. And it's a big finish from the winger who's been very good in this game.
Tommy Makinson's try. Tries in 2 grand finals. A win and a victory. A win and a loss, rather. And a try in a 41 points to nil home playoff win against Castleford in 2014. That try has given them hope. This is a huge kick coming up for Mark Percival. Eamon McManus, the club chairman, and all the other directors are biting their fingernails down to the quicks. Percival's kick. At the moment, 6 points separates the 2 sides. This is massive. Only kicked 1 so far. Cass doing their best to put him off. He's missed it. 9 minutes to go, 6 points the difference. Remember, if it is equal after 80 minutes, we're into golden point extra time.
Well, Adam Milner, we've been crediting his defensive efforts. It was a clumsy attempt that gave Saints the penalty. Good execution. Again, the skill level on these players has been phenomenal this evening.
Makinson's try, 6 points. 9 minutes remain.
Well, it's game on now, isn't it? It's battle of the minds.
Is it going to be you or me, Phil, who says it first? Never.
There isn't a worse team to have to play against here over the Tigers than the Saints are, with the history they've had, certainly over the last 20 years and probably even before that. Carefree spirit, particularly when they're behind here. Theo Farge coming on is a great move, obviously. They need more attacking players on the field, and he provides that option there.
And never right off for Saints. 6 points the difference. Will Castleford be looking for a 1-point drop goal if they get within Cooey? Where is Steve-O on a night like this?
He'll be screaming it somewhere.
Roby with another run. It's nipped. It's pinched 1-on-1. Surely.
That's Marcus. The
Oh, it's not standing square.
Well, this is interesting. It takes his time here now with the kick to touch. Take his time. I think the times here we see the marker's not stood directly in front, and that's the reason why the penalty was given. We've gained about 30 metres with a kick.
Well, this is a big moment for St Helens. And here comes that man Walmsley and the Saints supporters in the end of the ground to which the Saints are attacking. Start singing when the Saints go marching in. Are they going to be marching in here? Peru slips 17 metres out. Centre field, Roby. Roby with a little run, finds Smith. He then gets it away to Zeb Taylor. This time the defence stands firm. Only 3 tackles gone though. Loose pass, it bounces and meanders its way to Lomax. Gale comes in with the tackle. That's 4 gone. They've lost a bit of momentum there. They're 12 metres out now. Peru into centre field to Theo Farge. Farge then to Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook. Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook goes down on tackle number 5. Roby to the left-hand side where he finds Smith. Here is Barber. Barber gets it away. Percival! Mark Percival for St Helens. It's another St Helens try. And it's a 2-point ball game. And Mark Percival with the try, and Mark Percival about to kick the goal, he hopes, that will level matters up. Castleford thought they'd win it. Saints have got other things in mind.
Oh, what's the marbles like now in Castleford's mind? James Roby knew exactly what he was doing. The intelligence from him, the referee says that you're not square, Grant. And then the ball goes out to Barber. And look at the nice weight, the timing of the pass from Barber to Percival, who comes back against the grain, and it's a good finish.
Mark Percival's clearly one of the best attackers we've got in this country. One-on-one, he beats his opponent almost every single time. And in that situation, it was no mistake. He's just trying to bring his heart rate down here now, recover from that challenge because of the importance of this kick. 6 to go.
It's a huge kick. It's 4 tries to 3 in St Helens' favour. Mark Percival, though, has only managed 1 from 3 so far. Suddenly there is doubt amongst the Castleford supporters. 2 tries in 4 minutes for Saints. 2 tries in 4 minutes that has pulled them back from 2010 down to 2018, and the kick is to come. I said the last kick he took was massive. This is equally so, if not more. The important thing, though, from Mark Percival's point of view this time is that he is on the right side of the field for a right-footed kicker. Castleford trying to do their best once again, their supporters, to put him off. That's the angle he has. Will he hit the moon with this kick? No, he's just pushed it wide. He's just pushed it wide. Well, they might need goal kick, Saints. They've got 2 tries in 4 minutes, and there are still 6 remaining.
This has been a nerve-shredding game for both sets of fans. Here's Percival, his approach is good, and Phil, he talked about his heart rate and allowing himself to just cool down and calm down. The players on the pitch might be trying to do that, but everybody else, their heart rate must be 180 plus.
I've not seen him rock as he set up to wait for that kick for as long as he did on that situation. It's obviously the pressure. He's a good enough player to win this game with another try.
Just over 5 minutes remaining. Alex Wormsley takes it forward again. What a collision. Gets to his feet and plays the ball to Roby. Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook. St Helens are 2 points adrift.
Well, that's how you carry the ball from the back line, isn't it? From scoring a try.
Peru now. Roby. Wormsley.
Second involvement from Wormsley. This is the last 4 minutes of somebody's season. You can't leave anything.
Lomax. Foster got to him a bit high. Last tackle for St Helens. What do they have here? On the end of Matty Smith's high kick. Minikins underneath it. Was he tackled in the air? No. 1 foot was on the ground. Percival got the tackle. Now it's Castleford's turn to attack with Hardacre. Theo Farge, desperate tackle low down. Gale. Here's McShane.
This is where confident players step up, Eddie. You can't have an attitude that I don't want to make the mistake. I don't want to make a mistake and let the opposition score the try. You've got to be confident. You've got to have it in the memory bank. Why you're in this game, what you've done all year, and be the player that makes that difference.
Oh, Michael Shenton to see the gap. He's got support from Luke Gale. What a tackle by Zeb Taylor. Last tackle they've reached Castleford. This is Shenton again. Dabs the kick over the top. Straight, though, to Tommy Makinson. 4 minutes to go. 2 points of difference. Gale stood his ground. Gale was bumped out of the way. Foster got the tackle in. Gale finished him off. This is Junior Moores. Oh, the Tiger can't watch.
Shetty and the rest of the Castleford Tigers willing the Tigers on. It wasn't the best kick from Shenton, but it was a good chase.
Regan Grace struggles to his feet, plays the ball to Roby. What tension in the air here in West Yorkshire as Payroot takes it forward now. That's 4 tackles gone. Here is John Wilkin. Wilkin then back to Smith. Saints are running this. Lomax gets it away. And Percival slips at the vital moment. Webster comes in and tackles him. Ben Barber gets the ball into Wilkin. Wilkin keeps it going to Walmsley. Walmsley finds Roby. Roby for the corner. Here is Ryan Morgan. Ryan Morgan for St Helens.
Unbelievable.
Ryan Morgan for St Helens with less than 3 minutes to go. And they have scored 3 tries in 8 minutes. And they have picked the pockets of the Castleford Tigers. Wow, Ryan Morgan, debut season, playoff semi-final, missed out on the finals in the NRL with Parramatta and Melbourne, 11 tries for the season. How important might that one be? Daryl Powell just puffed the cheeks out. How long left, he says to Danny Orr, and the answer is just over 2 minutes.
This has been an unbelievable second half performance from St Helens. Look at Paul McShane, he leaves the line, and from that point on, everybody else is scrambling back. You'd only have one man in charge of that pass, James Roby. All the energy, all the accuracy. Ben Barber picks up, he's trying to find a kicker, finds it in Wilkin, they take the gamble. A lovely offload from Walmsley. Desperately sad for Castleford Tigers, but the character on show for St Helens is incredible.
Ryan Morgan's try edges St Helens ahead with less than 2 minutes to go.
I think that's the best pass I've seen all season from James Roby. To deliver a left to right pass with the pressure that he was under and the fatigue he must be feeling right now, 78 minutes into this match, was amazing. This game might not be over though. The clock has stopped here now. We'll see this attempted conversion, and you can bet your bottom dollar that Castleford are going to try and get the ball back from this restart.
Well, they have to. The Saints supporters now are singing When the Saints Go Marching In. And are the Saints marching in now to Old Trafford? It looked all over for them. 2010 into the last quarter, but you never write off the Saints. Makinson, Percival, Morgan, 3 tries, 8 minutes. They lead by 2. And there'll be just over a minute and a half to go, and the tears are already being spilt amongst the Castleford Tigers supporters. Big kick again.
Eddie, that was Daryl Powell's wife, Janice, that.
So near yet so far. It's not over yet, though. It is not over yet. Percival has missed that one. 20 points to 22. Well, do they have it in them?
Eddie, you're watching that, you're thinking, get out of it. That was on the last play. James Roby, brilliant pass. What about the pass and offload from Alex Walmsley?
Right, here we go. Short kickoff. Palm back. Castleford have it with McShane. Last throw of 2017 for the league leaders who swept all before them this year. Here is Milner. Big hit by Wilkin. Big hit by Lomax. McShane finds Gale. Is there another twist in the tail here? Shenton goes down. 3 tackles gone. Gale. Junior Moores. Moores up the middle they go. Vital meters. 12 metres out, 2 tackles remaining. 2 plays in Castleford season. Milner, Roberts, short ball. Saints defending the line for all their worth.
This is
last one here. Last tackle here. Milner, Gale. Here is Gale. Gale slides the kick in. Barber picks it up.
They've got a penalty.
Oh, they've got a penalty. They have a penalty. A man has been taken out off the ball. There is a penalty, and Castleford will surely kick this and will level it up. They level it up, and Gale has kicked 4 from 4. Percival 1 from 5. Here's the penalty. Where is it? There it is.
On Shenton, yeah.
There it is. And was it Ryan Morgan?
On the goal line.
Morgan
Goal
from
line.
hero to villain.
Goal
They
line.
must kick the goal
Line,
to
please.
take us to golden point.
Eddie, the conditioner, then was lucky he didn't pull his hamstring. He
Going for two.
sprinted
Time
onto
back
the
on.
pitch with that kicking tee. He didn't want him to run it. He wanted him to go for the 2 points to tie this game up.
In fairness to him, he should probably be a bit closer to the goalpost, wasn't he? The penalty was
Just get
inside
ready
that
if it
10
misses.
metre. He's a metre or two closer to the post than he needs to be, but maybe that doesn't make much difference at this stage.
Well, he can bring it back in any distance he wants.
I meant towards the goalpost, more central in the field.
Well, the final siren is about to sound. There it is, Luke Gale.